So,
Okay, able to hear me, right?
yes, yes.
So in last class, we have discussed a lot of things. For example, we learned what is STP, how STP works, what is the process of STP. Then we learn like what is superior BPDU, what is inferior BPDU, and then we have learned about different type of BPDU, for example, configuration BPDU and TCN BPDU, right? And we have also learned like what is the term like cost. We learned like how to identify root port. We checked like how we are going to identify DP port and so on, right? So today we are planning to discuss about the scenarios. For example, how interviewer asking the question. They will give the scenario and they will ask the question, right? So last time I have given some demo. Okay. So I'm going to repeat the same thing. After that, we will move each and every aspect and we will prove each and everything which we discuss in superior BPDU, right? So let's
Okay.
discuss about small topology first, okay? And I will ask you guys like what is the DP port, what is the root port, and which switch is going to become a root switch. Okay, these are the things you need to explain each and every scenario. Okay, so because normally question they are asking like that only. They will ask what is the root switch, what will be DP port, what will be the root port. Okay, they will ask the same thing. So why it is taking, for example, is amber light, right? As of now. So why is amber light? Because as I said, once you will connect all the switches in the network, they will understand like they are root switch. Okay, and they will start sending hello configuration BPDU to each other. So one of the switch will send the superior BPDU. All other switches will send as the inferior BPDU. Inferior BPDU, you know that, right? You know superior BPDU as well. Okay. So which switch send the superior BPDU, that switch will become a root switch. What is the condition to become a root switch? Anurag.
Priority value should be lower priority value should be root switch or lower MAC address.
Okay, but you have to answer lowest root bridge ID. You said its switch is going to elect the root switch on the basis of lowest lowest bridge ID. And bridge ID consists of two parameter. First is a priority and second is a MAC address. So lowest priority will be win. If priority get matched, then lowest MAC address will come into picture. If someone will ask like how you are going to identify, you have to answer like that as I explained. Okay, got it, everyone? So here I explain. This is the root ID. You will find in each and every switches, you will find the same value. But bridge ID is a local switch where I have logged in, right? So this is the MAC address. Priority, I'm not playing with priority as of now. So priority will be the same. 32,768, that is the default priority. And this is the MAC address. Okay. This is switch one. And then we have this switch. Let me log in here. Enable config t host name w2. So is spanning tree. Copy. 132,768. Then, if you guys doesn't understand or you have any query, please stop me in between. So, with the MAC address here. Okay, done. Rahul, which switch will become a root switch?
Second one.
Which switch become a root switch? Mm-hmm. This is switch 1. This is 2. This is 3. Which one?
Which one?
Switch number 1.
Yep.
3768 001 01 003. Okay. This is the root switch. How you will identify? Because of
Because this MAC
lowest.
address, MAC
No,
address.
no, no. As I explained earlier as well. On the basis of lowest root bridge ID. And root bridge ID was consist of 2 byte of priority and 6 byte of MAC address. 2 byte of priority means 2 to power 12. No, no, no. 2 byte of priority, 2 byte means 1 byte equal to 8 bit, 2 to power 16. This is maximum priority can be. And by default is 32,768. And then MAC address, lowest MAC address. So priority is same for all the switches. And then MAC address, you need to identify 001, 002, 003. So as simple as that. So lowest root bridge ID got switch number 1, right? This is root switch. Okay. So next audience, who is there? Pervez, which port will become a root port?
It might be switch to.
Why might be? Which
Yeah, I'm not
port I
sure.
said? Which port is last class you are there or not?
No, I was not there.
So to check the root port, we have some criteria like which port will receive the superior BPDU, that port will become a root port. So do you know superior BPDU? What is superior BPDU?
No.
Okay. So Abhi, which port will become a root port? We'll cover it. If time will allow, we will do that. Abhi,
Uh, the 01 01 port and 0201 port. Like
which switch? Which
how do I
switch? Which switch?
from this from switch 1 towards switch 2.
Here. On the switch label, here you can say switch number 2, switch number 3. This
Hmm.
port you are saying?
Yes, this port would be root,
Okay. Root port.
and the opposite port also, opposite one also.
Root port. You got it why, right? First
Yes.
criteria, which port is receiving the BPDU, superior BPDU, that port become a root port. First is lowest root bridge ID. So you know, like all the switch will receive the same BPDU. I mean, so same root bridge ID, right? So that is a no tiebreaker. Then second is cost, lowest cost. Cost. So this port is receiving the cost with 19. This is all fast Ethernet. By default, cost is 19. So this port will receive the cost is a 19. This port will receive the cost as a 19, right? And once this port will receive and this port will receive 19 plus 19, 38. So that port will not become a root port because of cost is lowest. Because you know already what is the root port is the shortest path to reach the root switch, a root bridge. Okay, so this is the only shortest path. Okay, Because cost is 38. If this path is going to choose by the switch, then 38 will be right. And this one is directly under 19 only. So 19, which having the lowest cost, that port will become a root port. Okay, no worry. Now, what are the DP port? Abhi, Rahul. DP port. Are you there? Rahul, you are in mute in case of you are speaking. Are you there? कॉल करोगे क्या कोई? चलो
और देखते हैं ये भी गया होगा डेजिग्नेटेड पोर्ट इसके लिए मुझे थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन था टू बी ऑनेस्ट लाइक रूट पोर्ट का तो मुझे क्लियर था कॉस्ट का बट डेजिग्नेटेड पोर्ट डिफाइन होने के लिए
रोड पोर्ट में क्या रहेगा?
वैसे
कौन सा डीपी रहेगा? Which?
वैसे रहने तो जो स्विच 1 का जो है वैसे वो 1 और 2 दोनों पोर्ट होने चाहिए डेजिग्नेटेड बट उसका लॉजिक मुझे समझ नहीं आया था
By default.
हाँ बाय
By
डिफॉल्ट
default,
ये दोनों
all
डेजिग्नेटेड
the
है
port in the root switch will be DP port. As simple as that.
ओके 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 ये रिमेम्बर
You have
लेट
not
मी नो
watched the video or you have not learned things. So that's what is confusion. I have repeated multiple times.
All the
Okay.
port. It doesn't matter how much the port is
Right.
created.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All the root port switch, all the root bridge port will be DP port.
Okay, got it.
Now you need to find out between this one, switch 2 and switch 3, which port will be DP port. So you have to be remember that superior BPDU means DP port, which port is sending. Root port means receiving. This is sending. Which port is sending the superior BPDU? So for example, this switch, right? This switch. So first is lowest root bridge ID. Both are sending the same. This is also sending. This is also sending the same. Correct? And then lowest cost. This is the 19. This is the 19. And once it is sending is 38. And for this one is 38. Same cost. No matter about the cost as well. Right? Then third, lowest designated bridge ID. Now, which having the lowest designated bridge ID? Bridge ID means local bridge ID.
लोकल ब्रिज आईडी
Local bridge ID. You know what is the bridge ID, right? Bridge
Yes.
ID means priority and MAC address.
Priority
Priority is
plus
same.
MAC address.
This MAC address is lower as compared to this MAC address. So this port, which port is connected with switch number 2, will become a DP port, right? And this one, ports which is not DP and RP will become a blocking.
Okay, can you repeat this again?
Okay. So port which is not RP and DP, so remaining port will be in blocking port only. Means we need to prevent the loop. Why we are learning the STP? To prevent the loop. Like looping is happening, right? If this will not blocking state, then loop will occur here. So by default, STP will run and it will block a port which is not DP and RP.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay, let's prove. So switch 1 you said like will become a root port. I mean root switch. So spanning tree. See, this is root switch. And how you will identify? Might be message is not there. Then you will see this bridge MAC address and root bridge MAC address and this bridge MAC address.
And
I mean
bridge ID. If
local,
hmm,
and this one will be the same.
same, then it's the root bridge.
Then it will be root bridge. Okay. And third thing, how you will identify? All the port is designated port.
Okay, okay,
All the port will
got
be
it.
designated state, right? And
Yes.
the MAC address will be same, and one message will be also there. First, you will say, as soon as you will run through spanning tree, you will see a message. This bridge is root. Then you can identify this switch is a root switch. Then second criteria, you can see bridge MAC address and root bridge MAC address will be the same. By using this, you can also identify the root switch. Third, you will see all the port as a designated port. You can also identify with designated port. This which is the root switch. Okay, there is a three condition. I mean three, identification remark you can say.
Mhm.
These are the condition or whatever you want you can say. Okay, the thing you can how you can identify the root switch. Now is non-root switches. Which is a root switch? We are saying as a root switch, which is say like non-root switch. Then we are saying as a non-root switches. So enable spanning tree. So one port we say 01 as a root port. See, it is a root port only. Cost is 19. Then second is F01. This is designated port. I mean, this one is designated port. This one is a blocking port. One is a root port, you said, right? Enable. So spanning tree. I have not configured anything, right? See, this is
Hmm.
a blocking state and this is a root port. Okay. You will understand what is the role and what is the port state. I will explain. Done?
Okay, why the blocked one has 128.2? Like
Because port number 2,
okay, okay.
this one. And port number 1 is 1, port number 2 will be 2. So if you want to check here, you can also check. See?
No, but the block one is the okay, 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 okay. Got it, got it, got it,
This
got it.
parameter will be same. Either is block, alternate, whatever port. I mean DP port,
Hmm.
RP port, or whatever port, but this parameter
Hmm.
will be same. You got it right. We have done
Yes.
that. So last time also we have done the same thing. Okay. So Rahul is there in the class or not?
Yes, yes, fine, yeah.
So why you not replied, man? Anyway, now just take some big example if you understand the things. So take this one, this one, this one, this one, one, this one as well. Everyone need to explain the things here. Okay. Okay, let's write here. Switch to just consider switch 3. This is
ओके, कॉन्फ़िग के अंदर भी हम डू शो स्पैन यूज करके कर सकते हैं.
yeah, definitely we can do. You already learned the thing, right? This is switch number 4. Keep learning the thing, man. Number 5. Six. Hello. Okay. Now scenario is ready. So let's. Okay, do one thing. Connect a cable here as well. Why it was not connected? Okay, now take it. Now everyone need to explain. I will ask one by one. Okay, which one will become a root switch? Rahul.
The second one will become a root switch.
This one.
Yes, this one.
So how many are agree on this point?
Yeah, this one.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
This is root.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Rahul, are you agree?
राहुल सर, क्लियर हो गया रूट ब्रिज वाला?
अरे सर आवाज नहीं आ रही है. हेलो.
हाँ, बहुत स्लो आ रही भाई.
भाई माइक बदल लो.
अब आ रही है.
हम्म. Okay. What is the root port? Each switch के लिए बताना, इसके लिए भी, इसके लिए भी, इसके लिए भी, इसके लिए भी, इसके लिए भी. You have to identify each. Just make the figure of this one along with the MAC address and let me know in your paper.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Till
sure.
time I'm sending in the meeting invite. Okay.
Okay.